Hi, I'm Justin Barrett. I'm president of Blueprint 1543. I'm a former university professor and psychological scientist, and this channel explores how to think better, to live better, as a sciencey person and a Christian. And today, since it's Thanksgiving week, of course I want to talk about gratitude again, but not only gratitude. But let's start with gratitude because that's what Thanksgiving is all about. And there's plenty of scientific research now about the consequences of expressing gratitude. We know it's good for us. It improves our mental health. It improves our physical well-being as well. And of course, it's good relational glue to tell people thank you when you are truly, sincerely grateful to them or for them. And Thanksgiving is a wonderful time of year to really focus and remind ourselves of the many things that we have to be thankful for, and to take some effort to thank those people who are special to us and or who have given us things or provided for us in ways that have enriched our lives. So my encouragement this Thanksgiving is to spend a little bit of time, maybe actually getting out a pencil and paper and write down some of the things that you're grateful for. Take 15 minutes and be very thoughtful. Be very specific about what are those things. Not just generalities like I'm thankful for a good life, but I'm thankful for having a house that keeps most of the weather out, or a good place to live, a decent job, a wife who is kind to me, children that I actually like most of the time, or whatever it is for you. And then if you can, if it's practical, actually thank those people who are sort of responsible for those things that you're grateful for. Express gratitude to your spouse, to your kids, to your coworkers, to your friends, whomever it is. For a lot of these, there might not be a human being behind it, but of course, that's when we thank God for these things. And we're very specific about that too. It's even better still if you can share your gratitude publicly. And around the Thanksgiving table is one time you can do that, or the comings and goings around the holidays when there are these other people around. Don't be shy about being grateful to people in front of other people too. Expressing gratitude is sort of social glue, and it sets a good example, and it can be kind of contagious. So you can do your part in creating a vibe of gratefulness, thankfulness around your holiday celebrations. And of course, a really simple way of doing this that doesn't strike most people as strange is having a sincere and honest prayer of gratitude around the Thanksgiving meal if you are in one of the countries that celebrates Thanksgiving this time of year. I know that in my house, we've kind of made it a standard practice that you don't get dessert until you've publicly sort of said one or two things that you're grateful for. And of course, we thank God for all of our many blessings around Thanksgiving time. Another way to express that gratitude that I've shared on this channel before is reading aloud Thanksgiving proclamations. George Washington had a really good one. Abraham Lincoln made Thanksgiving a federal holiday in the United States, and of course has a Thanksgiving proclamation doing that, which is an interesting sort of historical footnote, that Thanksgiving in the United States is not a celebration of pilgrims or a first dinner of surviving the winter in the Massachusetts Bay Colony or something like that. That isn't to say they didn't have a set-aside day of Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving celebrations. There have been Thanksgiving celebrations in many cultures around the world throughout the centuries. But in the United States, the federal holiday of Thanksgiving actually wasn't established until Abraham Lincoln. And it was about sort of the many blessings of living in the United States, even though it was established during the Civil War. Interesting historical footnote. So let that gratitude, of course, infuse your celebrations this year. But I said I wanted to talk about more than gratitude. And that's another suggestion, something that we've done in my house, and that is to let the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, that long weekend, be our transition to thinking about Christmas time and the Christmas season. So yes, of course, we start shifting our autumnal and very harvest-themed decorations over to more winter time and Christmassy decorations. But more than that, we have tried to every year take this time of year to go through our stuff, go through our bedrooms, go through our closets, and identify those things that we just don't need anymore. that maybe we've outgrown, literally or figuratively, that have served a purpose for us for a time, but maybe don't anymore, or that we've had for a few years and really never used. But maybe somebody else could make good use of these things. That we've got some bounty, some leftovers, not in a bad way, but in a good way, that we've got so much of some sorts of things that we could share some of those. And we try to gather those up. And we made this a practice since my kids were little and at home, where we'd gather up these sorts of things, bag them up, and take them to a local charity shop, a secondhand store, so that they're available for other people to give these as presents around Christmas time. And one of the nice things about coupling that to gratitude, it's almost an enacted continuation of that spirit of gratitude. It's recognizing that we don't have to hang on to things tightly because they're all gifts coming to us ultimately from God anyway. And it's that relationship with God that really matters, not the material stuff. So putting that into action is a good annual discipline. And it's a really good practice to model in front of our children as well. And then, bonus, clears up space for the new stuff that might be rolling around during the Christmas season. So just a suggestion for your Thanksgiving celebrations. To summarize, let's have a focus of gratitude, being very specific, actually expressing that gratitude to specific individuals, whether it's other people or to God, and then taking time to sort of do that pre-Christmas cleaning to get ready for what's going to come next. It's a really nice, establishes a really nice rhythm for the holiday season, and I highly recommend it. So those are my suggestions for this Thanksgiving season. Thank you for joining me. As always, please like and subscribe and leave comments about topics, questions, issues that you'd like to hear me address. Thank you very much. I'm Justin Barrett. Have a happy Thanksgiving.